This and that, don't break the door out. Turn down whole top flow to up. 100 racks and 1 2 about to flood that.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
His counterpart on the Packers sideline, Matt LaFleur. His guys ready for what could be a tough one and perhaps a playoff preview come January. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Ready, set. Tag. Cowboy 80.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Viking 18.
Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. But you look at this Bronco defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And they manage only a couple here up to about the 27. This defense for the Packers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On the sneak, it's Nix. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 15. Well, nice return that time. Gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. You can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Now back to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack.
Here we go, sack. Bronco 80.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. On now is the Packers punter. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard line. 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Fighting him to stay on his feet past midfield. The Packers offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. And he has made his presence felt to the ground game already in this first quarter. They might very well lean on him the rest of the way.
Ready, set. Set.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point. The Packers at 8-1 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 at the 26-yard line. The Broncos offense and Jacoby Myers head out for this next drive. And he's right up there amongst the league's best when it comes to racking up receiving yards this season. Currently ranked in the top 5 as things stand here. He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump into gaps trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
And the Broncos first down.
To throw, here's Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Nix from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. York able to send this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Looking to put a drive together.
Alert! Alert! Come on, come on. Set! Go!
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
Here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 24-yard line.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. He'll look to throw. A throw left side. It's hauled in by Golden. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
2nd and 6.
Ready?
At the 40-yard line.
Back to throw again. Short throw. He's got Kraft. Only able to gain a couple there. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw again. It's Williams on the catch. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the bootleg, here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here's Nix. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Viking 18. Go.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 35, here's 2nd down at 7.
Get up. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
go. 70, Timberwolves.
They'll look to throw here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Back to 60. Cup 19. Cup 19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready, ready. Ready, ready.
Jacobs. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
Ready. Rig alert. Rig alert. Ready, ready.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they lost them together. A nice drive and helped themselves out.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
Nix to the air. And his throw here is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw is Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Nix to throw again. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. He looks to the sideline and has Mims who makes the catch.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Now it's Nix. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
First and 10 at the 20.
Throwing Nix. And it'll be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And this will be a Packers first down as he gets this up past the 30. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. 10 weeks have come and gone. The temperature's starting to dip a little bit here in November. Lots to show you. Let's talk about it. Our tour of the NFL starts now. It begins out west. Southern California is where we find the Chargers at home to take on Indianapolis. And it's Ladd McConkey. From there, let's go up to the Motor City. Let's look in on the Lions as they play host to the Seattle Seahawks. And it's Kenneth Walker. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Seahawks run their winning streak to 5 straight as they get another W. Lastly, let's head to Buffalo. The Bills taking on the Jets. And here's the Bills wideout. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. A 55-yard touchdown. The Bills get it done within the division as they come away with the victory.
(17-3) the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run up the gap with Dobbins. Down to about the 37.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Nix. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And this is going to result in another first down. 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Oh, he shifts past him. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Working out of the gun is Nix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Looking to put a drive together.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Ready? Check up!
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go! Here we go! Ready up!
They'll set up a throw. They'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And he comes back with one complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down. Matt LaFleur, some confidence in his offense. His guys going here on 4th down.
Ready! Ready!
They go with Jacobs, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw, here's Nix. Now it's up and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Dangerous a spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
At the 20-yard line.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down.
Ready?
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. His throw... Incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Let's go now. 19 Charger, 19 Charger.
Third and goal. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. An extra point forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a Green Bay score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And from the 44, here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Nix. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Taken in at the 22. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2nd and 13. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 6. Operating from the gun, Nix. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jacoby Myers hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Now Cade York for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised about the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
2nd and 10. He's able to find Melton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Now he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bonito. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Denver's offense now set to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Nix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Blocking 18. 77. Blocking 18.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Broncos' 11-yard line.
2nd and 4. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Packers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Now a 2nd and 10.
He was covered by Xavier McKinney.
Looking to throw. Nix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
He'll air this one out for Mims.
That's caught at the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
They'll go play action with Nix.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Jacoby Myers, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
And shutting him off down open field. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
So here are the Packers now to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Here we go, here we go. Gravity Lions.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Let's go now.
They'll drop to throw.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Here we go. Strike.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Get it.
He'll try again. And this time he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Packers.
Point after here coming up. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Hey, we're going good.
A 49-yard game. And the Broncos 1st down. A 49-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Denver.
To throw is Nix. Quickly into the hands of Mims.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
13 yards on the play. That's another Broncos first down.
Nix from the shotgun. And this one complete again to Mims.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 5-yard line.
Back to the air with Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
The Broncos on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Now it's Nix.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. 19, Charger, 19, stop.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That's taken inside his own 40.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Throwing Nix.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On play action, here's Nix.
And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Nix to the air. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix.
Finds his tight end Ingram.
And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Nix going to keep this himself.
And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play of this football game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Green Bay, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.